Hey, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? This is going to be a really short live. Just wanted to check in with you guys, give you guys a couple of quick updates here with the Phoenician Classic. Nothing major. Man, Phoenician Classic. Well, first of all, let me just introduce myself. I am Chris Thompson, one half of the dynamic duo that puts on the Phoenician Classic every year in Phoenix. This year, the show's happening September 4th, 2021. And this year, we are a program show this year. What's going on, Disabled Powerlifter Ken? Glad you checked in here, buddy. Glad you checked in, brother. Good to see you. Program show this year. So that means that we have pro bikini and pro men's physique as the two pro classes. Everything else is amateur classes from natural bodybuilding down to figure, bikini, and misfit body. All right, men's physique. I almost forgot men's physique. So, as of right now, some really great shows are happening. That leads up into the Phoenician Classic. So, like, if you're thinking about becoming a pro in women's bikini or men's physique, there's some great shows. Actually, happening right now at this minute. The the Inbf Tulsa Natural going down to Tulsa, Oklahoma is happening as I speak. That is happening right now. So it's too late for you to do that show. But some future shows coming up. We got two great shows coming up July 24th. Two great shows July 24th. One in Southern Cal, one in one in the south and in the southwestern part of the US, the other one in the northwestern part of the US, which is the Inbf SoCal Uproar going down to San Diego, California. I will be in attendance at that show. So if you want to meet me, that's where I'll be. Another show on the July 24th as well is the Inbf Cecil Phillips Classic going down in Eugene, Oregon. Another great show is happening on the 24th here. Two great shows on the 24th. After that, August 7th is the Inbf Oklahoma City Classic going down to Oklahoma City. And then the next show that I will be in attendance at is August 21st, the Inbf Natural Central Valley Championship going down in Fresno, California. And then 1 week before the Phoenician Classic is August 28th, the Inbf South Central USA going down to Dallas, Texas. This is a brand new show, brand new WNBF show going down in Dallas, Texas. And speaking of which, they have a great, they're going to have a great Q&A session that's going to happen, putting on by the promoter of the Inbf South Central. That's going to happen in Dallas. The Q&A that they're going to do live. You just have to go to the Inbf South Central USA and website and actually just register for their Zoom meeting, and they're going to talk about drug-free bodybuilding. They're going to talk about posing. They're going to talk about the banned substance list. So they're going to go over an array of different things. I think it'll be a great Q&A for you guys to check into. So if you got questions about WNBF, INBF, that will be a great seminar to catch on Zoom, okay? Just go to their IG handle is at INBF_WNBF_Texas. That's where you can find them if you're looking for that information on that. As far as what's going on new with the Phoenician Classic, only thing new that we have going on is that we went on ahead and secured two more of the vendors. I forgot to mention eye drip therapy. They hook up IVs to you. They give you B12 shots. If I have not mentioned them before, I want to put them on the map right now. Eye drip therapy will be at the Phoenician Classic this year, September 4th. We just added on Chef Crystal. Now, Chef Crystal is a vegan chef, all right? Chef Crystal will be in the building. She's been a loyal supporter of the Phoenician Classic since we started this bad boy back in 2017. And she has been a loyal supporter of the Phoenician Classic since 2017. So she's coming back. I just got an opportunity to reach out to her and have a conversation with her. And she's like, yeah, man, of course I'm on board. What are you calling me for? Just give me a date. So she would be in the building. She always cooks up some really cool, like, great vegan little dishes, like some little vegan donuts and like some little vegan protein ball. I mean, it's just phenomenal. She makes vegan easy. She makes me almost want to become vegan. All right. Almost. Almost. I still like meat, man. I can't get past my meat. So other than that, we're still reaching out to other vendors and sponsors and slowly but surely just building up that trust and camaraderie again with everyone to bring them aboard, so that way we can have a lovely lobby of vendors waiting for the athletes, so you guys can have waiting for the athletes in your family, so you guys can have a really great time at the show. So just still working out, it's just really just building back up that confidence within people. Again, you got to remember, everyone had a year off, so everyone's trying to figure out what's the right business wise decision move to make, and I totally get that. Completely understand it. It's just that we want to make sure that they understand that business wise decision that you need to make is with the Phoenician Classic, because we just a standard above the rest. Just a standard above the rest. Yeah, I'll be the first to say it. All right, man. Other than that, one quick thing I just want to chit chat about. I had a question regarding other pros from other natural federations wanting to compete in the WNBF as a pro at the show. And unfortunately, guys, we don't accept any other pros from any other natural organizations, and it's just for two reasons. Two reasons only. The primary reason is the drug testing policy. Like, we have a very strict drug testing policy. Like, we have a very strict polygraph, very strict urine test. Like, all the pros, no matter what show they compete in, all pros get tested. All pros get randomly tested throughout the year. Those tests go into the water lab, the same water lab that the United States Olympic team uses. All right, so all tests go to that same lab, and we're adamant about testing our athletes to make sure that everyone's on a level playing field. So that's one of the primary reasons. The second reason is that the requirements that we require in order for someone to turn pro. So in order for you to turn pro, there has to be 8 competitors in your class in order for you to turn pro. Most of the natural organizations, there can be 1 or up to 5. Well, we need 8. We don't accept anything less than 8. And there's only 2 exceptions to that rule. And that's for women's fit body, women's bodybuilding, I should say 3, and all master classes. Anybody that's competing over 40 that's in a master class, if there's 5 in your class, then that class automatically becomes a master pro class. You can win your master pro card. Miss Fit Body is another open division where it has to be 5 women in that class in order for that, in that category, in order for someone to earn their pro card in women's Miss Fit Body. Inside of women's bodybuilding, inside that category, we need 5 women that's in the open division to compete in that division in order for a female to become a pro women's bodybuilder in WNBF. So those are the only divisions, those are the only categories and classes that will allow 5 competitors. Everything else, I need 8. I need 8 in men's bodybuilding. I need 8 in men's physique. I need 8 in women's figure. I need 8 in women's bikini. Everything else requires 8 people in that category. All right. So that's another reason why we don't allow pros to cross over from one organization from another organization into ours. Is because we kind of have a higher standard that's required for someone to turn pro inside the WNBF from INBF. Turn pro from INBF amateur to become a WNBF pro. So the standards are a little bit higher. That's all that it is. All right. So if you're a pro in another organization and you're on the nipping at the bit, or you're on the fence about competing inside you're on the fence whether or not you should compete at the Phoenician Classic, I'm gonna simply tell you this: compete, turn pro, compete, and if you got the goods to turn pro, then you turn pro, you become a WNBF pro, and then you are a WNBF pro as well as a pro in another organization. Now, the one cool thing about being a WNBF pro, every other organization except our pros. Every other organization. There's not one other natural organization that does not accept a WNBF pro to compete on their stage. So that should tell you the amount of quality that we display, that we put on the stage in order for everybody else to be able to reap the benefits of it. So it's kind of like the way I describe it is like if you're a trainer, if you're a personal trainer and you have a NASM, let's say for instance you have a certification in ACSM or NASM, which is the 2 highest ranked personal trainer certifications you can have. If you have a personal trainer certification in either one of those, no matter what gym you go to, everybody recognizes those personal trainer certifications. Instantly recognizing. It doesn't matter what gym you go to. You say that I'm NASM certified or I'm ASM certified. It's oh, you are? Okay, cool. You can train here. All right. But any other certification, whether it's ACE, whether it's ISSA, most people go, oh, okay, yeah, well, we only want this type of certification here, or we want this type of certification here. But if you got one of those other two certifications, anybody will accept you as a trainer at their gym. It just that simple, because the standards are so high. Well, same thing goes here. Our standards are high, so that's why other organizations will accept our pros to compete on their stage. All right. So other than that, man, that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to keep this short and sweet, just to give you guys a little bit of info. And then just in case you guys wondering, we are officially 11 weeks out from the Phoenician Classic. So I understand that some of you are still sitting on the fence. You're going to wait to about six to 8 weeks out to decide to register. I get it, completely understand it. It just drives me insane as a promoter. It drives me absolutely insane as a promoter, all right? But I get it. I totally get it. I've been there, all right? So other than that, guys, man, you guys have a great weekend, and check back in on Tuesday. I will more than likely have some really great interviews happening on Tuesday. All right, guys, man, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and you guys, man, just produce a powerful, productive day. All right, y'all. Later.